Saint Basil the Blessed. Saint Basil the Blessed was a fool for Christ. As Father Paul Trubenbach describes, a fool for Christ is someone who acts insane and people think they are quite literally crazy. But through this, they are protecting themselves against the praise of people, and out of humility, they prefer mockery. And through their seeming insanity, that it shows we are the ones who are truly crazy, and they have good spiritual sight. And it's said that the first or one of the first known fools for Christ was Saint Simeon, the holy fool from the 6th century, and more to come on him in a later video. Back to Saint Basil the Blessed. He was born in 1468 on the portico of the Elakov Church in honour of the Vladimir icon of the most holy Theotokos outside Moscow. Now, unfortunately, not much information about the life of Saint Basil the Blessed has been preserved. However, what has been passed down to us gives us a glimpse into his remarkable life. Both of his parents were commoners, and in the saint's young age they had him trained to be a cobbler. In this, Saint Basil acquired an apprenticeship as a cobbler, and the owner of the shop happened to witness a remarkable occurrence one day which showed him that his student was no ordinary man. A certain merchant had gone into the shop to order some new boots, specifying that they be made in a particular way, and he said he will be back in 1 year's time to pick them up. And it was this comment which the blessed Basil wept and said, "I wish you could cancel the order, since you will never wear them." Basil's master questioned him as to why did he say such a thing, and here he explained that the man would not wear the boots because he would soon die, and after several days news got back that the man had died, as the holy man had predicted. At age 16, Saint Basil first adopted the eccentric lifestyle of being a fool for Christ. Basil was often seen walking the streets of Moscow, barefoot, both in the burning summer heat and the ice-cold winter frost. His actions were very strange, we read. Sometimes he would knock over a stall selling kalakai, a traditional Russian bread, and at other times he would spill a jug of kvass, a traditional fermented drink. And the angry merchants would beat him for it, but he endured the beatings with joy, and he thanked God for them. Upon closer inspection, it was discovered that the kalakai was poorly cooked, and the kvass had been poorly prepared. Through these seemingly strange actions, the holy fool was exposing what was wrong and drawing attention to things that others had overlooked. As word of his action spread, his reputation grew, and people began to recognize him as a holy fool, a man of God, and a denouncer of wrongdoing. Preaching mercy, Basil helped those who were ashamed to ask for alms, but who were more in need of help than others. He harshly condemned those who gave alms for selfish reasons, not out of compassion for the poor and destitute, but hoping for an easy way to gain God's blessings upon their affairs. Made pure by the great deeds and by the prayers of his soul, Basil was given the gift of foreseeing the future. In 1547, he predicted the Great Fire of Moscow. Through prayer, he extinguished a fire at Novgorod, and once he reproached Tsar Ivan the Terrible because during the divine services he was preoccupied with thoughts of building a palace on the Vorobiev hills. At another time, Basil gave Tsar Ivan some meat during Great Lent, telling him it did not matter whether or not he fasted from eating meat because of the murders he had committed. Basil was saying that you cannot compensate for serious wrongdoing simply by following external rules of fasting. True fasting must also involve repentance, mercy, and a change of heart. Saint Basil died on August 2nd, 1557. Saint Macarius, Metropolitan of Moscow, served his funeral with many clergy. Tsar Ivan himself acted as a pallbearer and carried his coffin to the cemetery. Saint Basil the Blessed lived a life that appeared foolish to the world, but through his humility, courage, and spiritual wisdom, he became a voice for truth and a defender of the poor. May we learn from this example. Thanks for watching.